guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've done a video, especially an unboxing. This is kind of a crazy unboxing because I waited 2 years for this item. I know that sounds weird, but seriously, I bought it on Kickstarter January 16th, 2017. I just got it today, which is January 14th, 2018. When I ordered it, I was supposed to receive it by May 2017, and then they just kept having issues and they would delay it. And then I think the beginning of 2018, they did have some items to ship over to the US, but come to find out there was something wrong with the items, so they had them shipped back to China where they were made. And then they got that fixed, so they offered everyone that had joined in on the Kickstarter launch, you did get a chance to take one of the machines that they had fixed. Well, then after that, they gave you a chance to take one of the first machines, or you could delay it and get the new machine that was supposed to have more power, whatever. I was like, I've waited this long, I might as well wait for the one more power. So come May or June of 2018, they shipped out those machines, and they said it'd be like 2 months, maybe August or September, and then everybody else would have their machine. Well, then that got delayed, and it just kept delaying. So finally, I get it today. And yeah, I was gonna cancel at one point in time, but what had happened is when I paid for it, later on in that year, 2017, I paid off the credit card and I canceled that credit card. So when I was going to get a refund for it, I didn't have that credit card anymore. So I thought it would be more trouble than it was worth to just wait because I've already paid for it. This machine was not cheap. The machine is called the Juicer. It's when I first bought with the launch, it was called the Juicer. Then after they revamped the machine, they called it the Julavie. I think that's how you say it, Julavie. What it is it's a smart juicer. It's a cold press juicer for your home. This may not be fit for everybody's home. They did give me some free bags for waiting so long, and I did order extra bags. So the total cost was $611. So what I got with the machine, here's what I got. I got the machine, and also with the trouble that everyone was having, they offered an exclusive color. I didn't change my color. I just stuck with black because all the machines that I have in my kitchen, I seem to be like a collector of kitchen gadgets. I have the NutriBullet. I have the original NutriBullet. I have NutriBullet Pro, NutriBullet RX. I have a Keurig. I have a Ninja Duo. I have Instapot, Air Fryer XL, Air Fryer Oven. So, I mean, and I just cleared out a counter space for this machine. Hopefully it fits. So I just went ahead and stuck with the black, which I originally ordered, so it fit everything. So what I got is I got the machine. I got 90 single-use bags, which after you press the vegetables or fruit, you can just throw the bag away. There's supposed to be no cleanup at all. I did get one multi-use silicone outer bag, and then I got 186 filters which go in the bag. That way you can just throw the filter out, you don't reuse them. And then I got 60 or 120 single-use bags. So I should have, no, 120, yeah, 120. I should have about 210 single-use bags, 180 nylon filters, and one multi-use silicone outer bag. And this, when I got the box today, it was so much heavier than I thought it was gonna be. Not that it's like it'll break your bag, but it's pretty heavy. It's 56 pounds. And so I just opened the cardboard outer carton. I haven't taken anything out of the box. So what we'll start with is food safe gloves. Feel and press without the mess. Food safe glove. Prepare your green vegetables. Green leafy vegetables have thicker cell walls and are harder to break down in the press. Rub leafy greens between textured gloves until greens become nimble prior to inserting into the filter in order to extract the most amount of juice from your cold presses. So that's that. And when I ordered this at the time, I had Jack-O-Lane Power Juicer. And I always wanted to get, the Bravo Juicer. I always wanted to get that. And I don't know, I didn't want to spend the money on it, but yet I spent $600 on this thing. This is the silicone outer packaging that you put the filters in. These are, we'll open this up. This is the throwaway bags, I'm pretty sure. You put your vegetables in there, or in your fruit, you Ziploc it, put it in the machine, and then you just throw the bag away, I believe. Always check the spout. I could be lying. I don't know, we'll look. But I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Then, these are the nylon filters. No, this is a reusable juice bag. Let's see, reusable juice bag, insert juice filter. This is the filter. You throw this away. You put these in this, and then you just throw this away and you rinse this out. So there's that. More filters. More filters. More filters. These are the throwaway bags. So I should, nylon filters, I should end up having 186 of those. And then the single-use bags, like I said, I should have like 210 of those. Filters. Filters, more filters. Single-use bags. Single-use bags. Single-use bags. And there are, I don't know how many's in this. In these little packs, there's just a few filters. It doesn't really say how many, but these big packs, there's 24. I have several little packs and several big packs. Pre-fill bag and storm. So these pre-fill bags, they have a Ziploc on them. So like you could, I don't know how long, 90 seconds short. I don't know how long you can store for it, but you can pre-fill them and store them in the refrigerator and then just grab a bag and stick it in your juicer. I don't know how long they'll last. I don't know how long fruits and vegetables would last in that bag though. And with apples, you know, apples turn really well. You might could squeeze a little bit of lemon juice in there with your apples. There's some more throwaway filters. And then these are the filters that go in this here. There's a ton of those. And another bag of the throwaways. Okay, so that's that. That's a ton. So I'm gonna scoot. Let me put this box down and I can actually get the juicer out now. Let me see if I can lift it. This thing is pretty heavy. I mean, I was shocked, honestly, at how heavy it was. Because like I said, I have a ton of kitchen gadgets. And none of them are as heavy as this thing. Here it is. Set that to the side. I'm going to set these over to the other side. I'm just going to do the unboxing today, and then later in the week I'll juice some vegetables and fruit and see how it actually works. And this looks like it might have magnets on it. It looks like it might be magnetic. And like I said, I waited 2 years for this thing. And like in 2 days, it will be 2 years since I've paid for it. May would be 2 years since it was supposed to have been delivered. Which they did, like there was Leon, I believe is his name, and you can still pre-order this. I just did the Kickstarter. His name was Leon, and he was pretty, like, I mean, there were some times that it'd be a while since I'd heard from him, and then other times, like if you sent them a message, they would get back to you. Here's a juicing guide. A welcome to Julavie. power cord. Now I gotta see how I'm gonna get this thing out of here. Okay. Styrofoam. Like I said, this thing, let's see here. I'm gonna put this back on here. See if this will work for me. Maybe I can open the bottom. Let's see. And I really don't know if this machine is as heavy as I'm acting like it is, or if I need to go to the gym or something. Okay. Get this box put back together. And I'm hoping it'll fit over on my little counter space there. There is a handle back here, but there's really no place to lift up here. Okay. So here's the machine, and this says, insert reusable juicing bag into the machine, and put the filled filter inside the bag in the juicing bag. Check for the spout at the bottom of the machine before starting. Okay, and then this says, to activate the machine, make sure the safety closure is all the way. Sorry, the light reflection, I can't see these stickers. Okay, to activate the machine, make sure the safety closure is all the way shut. Check the orange spout is visible, which is the spout on either this reusable bag or the spouts. I'll show you these spouts on the throwaway bags. So they want to make sure, which that one's white. So they just want to make sure the orange spout is visible, and then push your glass above your glass, and then push the Julavie button. After juice is dispensed, wait 30 seconds. Press needs to reset before you can open it again. So let's plug this in. I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in. Make sure it works. And then I'll insert a bag. Like I said, I'll do a video of me making some juice later in the week. So let's turn it on. Okay, it's not coming on, but I may be doing, oh, there it goes. So number one, let me peel this off so I can read it a little bit better, okay? Insert the reusable juicing bag into the machine and put the filled filter inside of the juicing bag. Check for the spout at the bottom of the machine before starting. Okay, so when I open this, that's not what I want to do. So I guess I have to, because this is, it's like resetting itself. So I'm guessing I have to hold this open. Okay. Sorry, I have no clue what I'm doing here. I'm just going with the flow. To activate the machine, make sure the safety closure is all the way shut. check the orange spout is visible above your glass. Press the Julavie button. Okay, so I'm thinking we'll put this in here. It does not fit. Okay, let's get, let me grab the instruction booklet. Sorry guys. Read all instructions, Julavie. The machine. So the machine weighs 40 pounds. To ensure that it doesn't fall or drop, place on a level surface with sufficient operating surface with a nearby electrical outlet. Dropping it could cause injury or machine damage. This may void the warranty. Be careful not to bend, bind, drag, or place significant pressure on the power cord. Machine and power cord should not come in contact with high heat sources. Before plugging into electrical source, check to see if the voltage indicated on the base of the unit corresponds to the local voltage or to avoid short out and electrical failure. Okay, so during juice to prevent electrical shock, it's not what we want to do. Setting up the juicer, starting contents. Welcome note, juicer guide, starter kit. Okay. Get to know your Julavie parts. Filter liner components, spout outlet. Okay, setting up your machine. Unpack the machine from the box, lay out all the contents on the table or surface, place the machine on a level surface, take the power cord and safety plug, safely plug in the machine, into the machine, and then the other end into the outlet. Press the power source on O located on the back of the machine in the lower right corner. Congratulations, you are now ready to prepare your juice. Okay, so hang on a second. Press the power switch O located on the back of the machine. Okay. I think my switch may be switched around. I'm just saying. Familiarize yourself with how the juice button works to make sure you are using it properly and avoids misuse that might affect your juicing process. See, I could have already screwed up, who knows. When you switch the machine on, the component cover is closed. Both the outer light and the J in the juice button will be a light. Okay, a light. It's flashing. Let's see what that means. When you switch on the machine and components cover is open, both the outer light and the J button will be blinking. Okay. It's closed, so I don't know why it's blinking, but we'll see. Once the filter and liner are secure inside and the cover is closed, press the juice button to operate. Juicing is in process. If the J stays lit while the outer ring is blinking, to pause the juicing process, simply just press the juice button once. This will cause both the J and the outer ring to blink together. Press again to resume juicing. When the machine suddenly stops, before the ideal juicing time is done, try resetting the machine. Press and hold the juice button for 3 seconds. The machine is reset state. When there's no more humming, let the machine stop and press it again after a few seconds. If it is still not juicing, try switching off the machine and switching it back on again. Okay, let's see what the heck I'm doing here. So we're going to try to reset it. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, so the ring's lit and the J's flashing. Let's see what that means. Once the filter's line in place, okay, to pause the juice, once the filter and liner is secured and the cover is closed, press the juice button to operate. Juicing is process. If the J button stays lit when the outer ring, okay, so it's essentially processing, but there's nothing in there, but I'm just gonna let it go. To pause the juice and process, just press the juice button to pause it. So let's pause it. this will cause both J outer ring to blink together, okay? When the machine suddenly stops, before the time is done, rejuice and reset the machine, press and hold the juice button for 3 seconds, okay? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We're just gonna let it go, see what happens. So when I plugged it in and turned it on, I could have hit the button. I don't know, you guys might have seen it, but it was supposed to have been the little ring here should have been orange and the J should have been orange, just completely orange. I'm gonna take these off here. That's step 2. I probably need to keep these in order because, as you can tell, I have no clue what I'm doing here. And I'm just gonna put them on the back of my instruction booklet here, so that's where they will always be. And maybe I can refer back to them if I need to. I think it takes 90 seconds to do a full press. So this may take a little bit. This is number 3. And then after it's completely done, they want you to wait 30 minutes, or 30 minutes, shit. 30 seconds to make sure that all the juice is extracted and all the dripping has stopped. So essentially what this machine is for is, it's supposed to be an easier cleanup than an actual juicer. Like I said, I had the Julavie Juicer, and I really liked it when I did do the juicing. I really did like it. The cleanup was kind of hectic because you'd have to clean it up after every single use. So we'll see how this works. I mean, I honestly don't know. And I'm sure there's other juicers out there. But because it's I think Julavie, I think they would consider it a centrifuge? Sort of like a centrifuge. It would grind the vegetables and fruit up, and then it would sling the juice, it would spin and sling the juice out, and there was a little filter basket that would spin, and the force would push the juice out, and then it would go into your glass. And it did work really well. I'm not bashing that machine at all. I used it for a long time, and it worked really well. I even bought, after I used it for a while, I bought a new filter basket from their website, either their website or Amazon, and I used it too. But it had really small like grates in it, and you'd have to use a brush and you'd have to clean those grates out. So it was a cleanup. Like if you wanted to make juice before work, you could always make your juice beforehand and stick it in the refrigerator, but if you ever wanted to make fresh juice before work, it'd take you several minutes, you know. So I mean, if this really works the way it says, you could cut your fruit and vegetables up for a few days, stick them in these, you know, seal it. I don't know how well these are sealed, honestly. I don't know. It does have a double zip lock on it. This down here is sealed. I would still think, with this being a spout, I mean, I'm not saying anything, but with this being a spout and it's open, would it not leak in your refrigerator? I mean, I know it seals, but I mean, with this being a spout, it can't be airtight, I wouldn't think. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But I mean, what I was thinking is you could cut your fruit and vegetables up, stick it in these bags, stick you several of them in there, just grab one, pop it in, hit your juice, finish getting ready or whatever, and then come back and your juice would be done. Grab this out of there and toss it. I was gonna see how this felt inside. See, because this is supposed to be a filter as well, so I'm not sure how that works. I'm wondering if, because see, I'm not even sure I know what I'm talking about, because this could be, okay. Oh, here we go, look here. Prepare your chosen product. Fill the inner filter bag, which is these. These are nylon. Oh, I got it now. Okay, hang on. I think I may have told you guys wrong, so let's revisit here. Okay, these are nylon bags, right? Okay. And then maybe this goes into here. Like I said, I have no clue what I'm doing. We're just winging it. That obviously doesn't work. Okay? Let's open this here. Because there's some nylon bags, but this bag here doesn't have a filter in it. And you would have to have a filter or you would get the pulp and everything. So let's read that real quick while this thing is doing its thing. Okay, yeah, it's showing juice in these. And I don't know what these little things are for either. They're like little hang tags, like if you buy socks or something at the store, you know, the little hang tags? That's what they're like. And they all the bags have them on there. So let's see. Maybe I should have read the book before I started doing the video, but that'll be okay. We'll learn together here. Okay, so this is the juicing filter. This is where the product goes in first before putting it in the liner within the machine or inside the prep bag. Okay, so this, there has to be smaller ones though. And I think this red line, I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me hold it up to here. See this red line? I think that's the fill line for your fruits and vegetables for this filter. That thing's been going a long time. Okay. Yep. Fill up to the marked red line, fold over the bag, before placing it inside either one of these. So you do have to use the filter bags with these. I guess this, you can throw it away with the filter, whereas this, you take the filter out and you reuse this. That makes more sense. Okay? Filling over the line can lead to overflow. It is a food-grade, BPA-free nylon filter which traps the pulp inside during the juicing process. It's quick rinse and can be used up to 5 times. Oh, so these can be rinsed and reused, but I don't understand why you would want to do that. Because I know there were some throwaway filters. Maybe I'm just not seeing them, but there were some throwaway filters at some point. Okay. The filter must be used in every juicing session. The ring attached to it are only used when juicing with the silicone liner, and then in parentheses or in quotations more below. So we'll figure out that. Failure to do so may clog the juice line or prep and press bags and potentially damage your machine. This thing has been going for a long time. See, I opened the door, so I wasn't supposed to. Let's see if I can reset it. 1, 2, 3. I have no clue. See, that shuts it off. Guys, I have no clue. Let's let it flash for a little bit. Okay, reusable silicone liner, which is this thing. Secure the line inside the machine by using the 6-point magnets that fit to the 6 holes near the compartment's mouth. Liner must be secured first before putting the filled filter in. The filter should be inserted and the ring hooked to the metal rods on the component. Fold over the filter from the marked line before closing the cover. It's made of high durable silicone and it's BPA free and food safe. It can be used for up to 1,000 times. So this can be used for 1,000 times. I wonder if it's dishwasher safe. I would think so since it's silicone. Okay, and then this is a prep and press bag available only outside the U.S. Available only outside the U.S. I'm in the U.S., so let's read it. This bag is made from food safe PA and PE plastic, is designed for prepping ahead of juicing. They are sealable so you can put your cut up produce into an inner lining filter and put it inside the bag to seal it and pop inside the machine or store it in the refrigerator overnight. Secure it up. See, and I didn't read that either. I was saying, hey, a few days. No, it just says overnight. Secure it to the machine through the hooks. It can be used up to 5 times in juicing session, and if cleaned well, reused. However, they are not designed for extensive reuse and combust if used too many times. Make sure that the prep and press juice bag is sealed before putting inside the Julavie, and check that the spout is out as if you check that the spout is out as it can get caught inside the machine. So you want to make sure you see it sticking out here, it's not folded up in there because that would make a mess. So let's see if we can figure this stupid thing out, okay? I'm going to shut it off. And it's still flashing, so I don't know what the hell to do. Let's see if we can figure this out. Because anything I do, when the switch machine component cover is open, both lights, okay, the component cover is not open, okay? Once the filter liner is secure, okay, when the machine suddenly stops before ideal juicing time is done, try resetting the machine, press and hold the juicer button for 3 seconds. Machine is reset state when there is no more humming. Okay, so let's try it again. I'm gonna push this and it's gonna start right back up like it's been doing. 1, 2, 3. And then we just wait for it to stop humming, is what it says. Let's read these, getting the most out of your machine. Prepping your produce. Chopping your produce allows you to put more inside the inner filter instead of sticking in big pieces. That leaves space inside. Doing so warrants more juice yield. Okay? Marked inner lining line, which is this little, can you guys see that red line there? I don't know what this thing is doing, but we'll find out soon enough. Okay, fill produce in the inner juicing filter up to the marked line only. Filling beyond can cause overflow and unnecessarily cleaning. Unnecessary. See, I cannot read tonight. In case of juice overflow, turn the machine off using the switch on the back or by unplugging it. If the machine was stopped before the cycle was complete, let the machine run the full cycle so that the compartment lid can be reopened. Wipe the component clean and dry before attempting to juice again. Do not attempt to pour water directly into the machine as it may void your warranty. Avoid pits. Do not juice hard product parts such as apricots and peach pits, as it may puncture the filter and lining and cause juice to leak inside the machine. Spout out. Before juicing, make sure that the silicone liner spout is sticking out of the spout outlet. If the spout is not sticking out during juicing, it may overflow inside the machine. If spout is not out, you can use your finger to pull it out or stick it right into the mouth of your glass. Okay. Knowing your juice buttons. Frequent juicing will make it easier for you to remember the blinking patterns of the juice buttons. You can always go back to the juicing guide before you need to review again. Wait for a reset. Make sure that the press has finished the reset, which takes 30 seconds after juicing, before attempting to open the component. How long have we been waiting? Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. This is the nylon filter. I'm going to go back through these bags real quick and make sure I read it right, because I haven't read anything right yet tonight. Okay, so we definitely know this is a nylon inter-filter bag, which there's only, but I thought there were some throwaway filters, which this may be those, but I thought they were cloth or something. I could have read that wrong too. So we know what these are. So I don't have to go through that pile. I'm going to go through this pile. 24 filters, more for better life. Yeah, these are all nylon filters. These are all the same thing. And I'm thinking, that's like a little 5-pack or something. Okay. Goes back down in there. I don't think mine's acting right. I think I done tore it up. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut it off here, do a little research, and see if I can come back and maybe get it working, or maybe see what I'm doing wrong, because trust me, I could be doing something wrong. So let me cut the video here. I'm gonna do a little research. I'll come back and we'll see what we got going on. Hey guys, I'm back now. Okay, so I let the, you know, the light was flashing, both lights were flashing. I hit the reset button several times and it was taking forever. So when I left off, I hit the reset button. I was just gonna let it do its thing for a while. And so I went over, I was watching a few YouTube videos and I heard a loud, like, it sounded like something fell inside the machine, if that makes sense. Let me pick it up and let you hear it. There's definitely something in there. But guess what? Now when I turn it on, it comes on like it's supposed to. The door opens all the way up like it's supposed to. I did email the company to see what fell in there, because I really don't want to run the machine if there's something in there loose that's supposed to be in there. So I don't want to do anything to mess up. So, but I'm just gonna, first we'll do this big bag. We'll do this big bag, because it says it goes into the magnets, okay? And there are some magnets here. Okay, so pull the magnets apart. You stick it down in there like so, hopefully. Here we go. This is what I'll do. I'll just stick my hand down in there. Okay. And then there's these. Oh, you know what? I know what I did. I got it in there backwards. Okay, so let's push this down in there. And there's some little magnetic hose that this sticks into. Okay. And then you want to make sure the spout is out, which it wasn't, so that's good. You see the spout there. So what you would do now, let me go through the directions to make sure I know what I'm doing here. And since this one doesn't seal, like it doesn't have the vacuum seal on it, or vacuum seal, the Ziploc seal, so with this one, you're gonna fill it with the fruits or vegetables, push it, fold this, you're gonna push your bag down in there, and then take these little hook things, and you hook them over to the little, there's some little metal rods in there that you hook it over. Just like that, and then what you would do is you would just close this. I'm gonna go ahead and run it and see what happens, which we know we don't have any fruit in there. Okay, so let's get started here. So what we do now is when the switch machine corresponds covers open. Okay, so that's all good. Let's see, yeah, see the light comes on when it's open, so it knows the door's open now. Okay, and then once the filter liner is secure into place, cover is closed, press the juice button to operate. Juicing is in process. If the J light stays lit juicing is in process, the J button will stay lit and the outer ring will blink. Okay, why? Okay, it says once filter and liner are secure inside and the cover is closed, press the juice button to operate. Juicing is in process if the J button stays lit while the outer ring is blinking. Mine's opposite than that. I don't know why it's opposite, but it's opposite than that. Okay? So we'll just let this go. It's supposed to go for 90 seconds. We don't know what's going to happen. The machine may blow up at this point. And we'll see what happens. It's pressing air is what it's pressing right now. Let me get a glass so I can catch the air. You know what? I don't think I have a juice glass, so we're just going to put a coffee cup under there to catch this air real quick. Yeah, I don't know why that's backwards. That's completely backwards from what it says in the instruction booklet. Let me read it again. Juicing is in process if J button stays lit, which, I mean, while the outer ring is blinking. So is it not juicing right now, I guess? I don't know because I have fake fruit and vegetables in there. I have air in there. Now it's going crazy here. Okay, when the machine suddenly stops before the idle time, see, it doesn't say, but I'm thinking, so you let it set for 30 seconds, which I don't think that means you can't open it. I think that just means you want to let it rest in there. So I'm going to see if it'll open all the way up now. And it opened all the way up. So I don't have a clue what's rattling around in there, but the damn thing's working. So, well, I think it is. It pressed me a cold cup of, nice cup of air. So, okay, let's see if we take the bag out, if it stops flashing. Which, you know what, that may still flash for 30 seconds to let you know, hey, let it wait for 30 seconds. I may be jumping the gun here, I don't know. Okay, so you take this out, and then this is what you would throw away or rinse out, which, honestly, certain fruits and vegetables, I would throw it away. Certain ones I would throw away, and certain ones I would probably try to rinse it out. This is honestly really heavy duty. I mean, this is thick silicone. And it also has like a rough inner lining, so maybe it helps press the juice. I don't know. I'm really determined to try this damn thing tonight. So let me pause the video. This is going to be a really long video. I'm sorry if you're watching this video. I completely apologize. It's going to be a long one, but I'm trying to learn this machine out. So let me stop the video. I'm going to see if I can scrounge up some kind of fruit, some kind of vegetables or fruit, and see if we can't juice something. Go ahead and get it out of the way. Hey guys, okay, I'm back. I found some spinach, and I got a grapefruit. The grapefruit does have seeds, but I don't think that's going to affect the machine any. I think it's just like the large pits, like cherries, peaches, stuff like that. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to try this thing. So I'm going to put the spinach in. And I don't think I need to rub this with the gloves, not spinach, because, I don't know, I'm not going to. And this bag don't feel like it holds much, honestly. So I'm going to see if I can get all this, I'm going to pack it full. I'm going to pack it as full as I can get it, or, you know, without going over the line. Oh, you know what I'm going to do before my hands get nasty? I'm going to go ahead and put the silicone bag in. I can't decide if I want to use the silicone bag or one of these. This would probably, let me see how this goes in there. And then this, I'm going to go with this bag. I'm going to go with this bag here, the sealer bag. And this gap is pretty wide. Like, let me grab, this gap is seriously pretty wide. So I don't want to get the bag too fat, but I mean, this gap is 2 inches wide. I mean, that's quite a bit. So let me put this in here, see if I can get it to fit in the machine. Because this honestly isn't that much. I don't know. And this grapefruit is super juicy. That's not past the line. So what we'll do is we fold this over, still, and then we're gonna stick it down in this bag. And it says, that thing is so hard to read. Always check that the spout is visible above your glass and produce is still fresh. And there's a little window in there, which you can't see much to a window. Just unzip the bag and look in there and smell it. But if you've had it in there very long, like it says overnight, so maybe you could press your juice overnight. And you want to make sure, or I'm going to make sure, I get both seals closed. Like this is a heavy duty seal, I have to say. Like it's more heavy duty than a Ziploc bag. Like it's a heavy duty seal. Okay, so that's good. So now it all fits in there. And then there's two little gold spikes coming out, and you're gonna slip these two holes. We're just gonna slip those over those gold spikes. Close it up. Make sure the spout's out, which it's not. So let me reach in there. Oh, there we go. That's easy enough. Okay, so it never stopped flashing, so let's see. See, I don't know what that means. So, I mean, do I have to turn the machine off after every use to get it to reset? Let's try it and see. Maybe so. Maybe you have to turn it off. I honestly don't know. Maybe it's that part that's rolling around in there is a sensor or something. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see that. Let me turn this big light on. There, that's a little better. And hopefully it's working. Like I said, I think I didn't see it in there, but I think it said it takes like 90 seconds to press the juice. I probably should have timed it. I see something dripping out. So that's a good sign. I don't know if it's dripping out from, because that, like I said, that grapefruit was really juicy. But I don't know if, we'll see if it starts spitting something out. It is dripping more frequent now, so like there's rods in there, like threaded rods, and that's what pushes the plates together to squish it. So I'm wondering if whatever's rattling around in there is not pushing the plates together, because I'm not seeing any juice come out at all. I mean, I'm getting drips, and that's it. Yeah, got nothing. Absolutely nothing. It didn't even push the bag. Like, the bag is still completely full. So, the machine is broken. So what we'll do is, I guess I'll wait to hear back from them to see what's going on with that inside. But yeah, this machine is broken. So you watched a whole video of me unboxing a juicer that's broken. So when I get this fixed, I will come back, see what happens, and I hope you guys have a good night. Sorry you watched the video for nothing. It was fun, but I'll keep you guys updated. Thanks for watching.